taste some whiskey. We're gonna taste some whiskey. We're gonna taste some whiskey. I hope it's really good. All right, so I'm very excited. I am going to do my first ever whiskey review. If you guys watch my other video asking for some suggestions, you probably noticed that I'm wearing the same clothes. And in order to not seem super disgusting, I just filmed this video right after that one. So I work full time. I've got wife, 2 kids. We just got a puppy. If you guys go watch my shorts, you'll see her, Bella. So any spare time I can get to film, I'm gonna do it. So I may film 2 or 3 videos in a day. Who knows? That's the magic of YouTube. Yeah, so we're gonna do first whiskey review ever. So please go back to the other video, the previous one. I am looking for your guys' suggestions, things that you guys like that you want me to try. I will put a suggestion, or not a suggestion, a selection list that I currently have. So I will put the list of bottles that I currently own into the description of this video. That way you guys know, but then comment if there's one that you guys like, and it can be bottom shelf, it could be top shelf, I don't care. My main thing is I want it to be something that's readily available and that the average person could probably afford. So if you're thinking $200-300 a bottle, let's try to avoid that. Let's think like $100 and under. If it's a little over 100, we can do that too, but readily available and somewhat affordable. I can afford, just so you guys are aware, $50 to $100 a bottle. You know, as long as it's good whiskey on that higher end, I'm okay to pay that. And it can be any type of whiskey: Scotch, bourbon, rye, Irish, Tennessee. I don't care. If you think it's good, I would love to go get a bottle, and I would love to review it myself here, give you what the average person that I would say, you know, how I feel about it. I'm going to try it 3 different ways. So what I'm going to do and this is with every whiskey, I'm going to first try it neat. So that way, you know, hopefully get the full flavor, really, you know, kind of see what that whiskey's bringing to the table. After I try it neat, I am going to put a few drops of water in. And so I've got a water bottle here, and I will add, you know, a few drops of water to that pour, see how that affects it. And then also I am going to try it on the rocks. So 3 different ways. I'm going to give my personal preference on what I think or which way I like it the best. I probably won't have detailed flavor notes, but then I'm going to tell you what I paid for that bottle and if I feel like it is worth the price. So stick around. We're going to get into this whiskey review. Let's get going here. So first selection, I'm going to get these out of the way. Here is the whiskey that we are working with today. Yellowstone Select Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That is what he has. I have never had this before, so this is new to me. If you have had it, feel free to comment and let me know your personal thoughts on this. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is 93 proof. Comes out of Lebanon, Kentucky from the Limestone Branch Distillery Company. Let's see. 2010, my family and I founded Limestone Branch Distillery. To the nose, it's leather with hints of citrus and oak. On the tongue, it's spicy rye with soft cherries fading to smoked caramel and a memorable finish with rich brown sugar and Kentucky tradition. Enjoy. I hope I do. So let's pop this bad boy open. I do have, like I said, I do have a selection. I want to try to do new bottles. You know, so even if I have to pop the top off a new bottle that I currently already own, but I'd like to get first impression videos because the stuff that I own, I actually enjoy, or I would dump it down the drain or give it to a friend. So I'm trying to do new bottles. So it's a first impression review and see what it's all about. So Yellowstone whiskey. This one, I got at Safeway and I actually picked it up today. So let's see what oh, it smells good. I like it. 93 proof, so it shouldn't drink super hot, would be my guess. But let's see what we got. I'm gonna pour a little extra in the neat pour, just so that way I can add some water to it. And we will see how it goes. I'm gonna put that right there. This is first. I can't see the video right now, so hopefully that's in the frame. But so Yellowstone, got it at Safeway today. It was on. It had a member deal, $36.99. So $36.99. I was torn between this one and Woodinville because Woodinville was also $36.99. You can go see that on my shorts as well. Go watch that. But I've had Woodinville before, so I want to try something different. I've never had this. So, I mean, I'm not an expert. I can definitely tell the oakiness. It does smell like a straight up barrel, but I do get some sweetness in there. So let's see how it goes. Well, that's good. That's nice. I like that actually. It's a bit on the sweet side. It doesn't drink hot. That 93 proof. It does give you a little bit of that bourbon warmth, that feeling you kind of get. Not a lot though. I really like it when you can just feel it kind of moving down your chest, and so I like a little bit more proof than this typically. You get a little bit of that, but it doesn't drink real hot. Definitely get the oakiness. Holy cow, it tastes like a barrel. I don't know if that's just because this is the neck pour, but yeah, it's got a sweetness. It's got a really nice sweetness to it. I couldn't pick out a specific fruit. It definitely is fruity. Definitely some good caramel. But yeah, I mean, overall, pretty okay. At neat. And then again, this is a neat pour, so nothing added to it, just straight out of the bottle. Let's go ahead. I'm going to add some water here real quick, and we'll taste it that way. Forgot to grab my water bottle before we started. That's why I was looking around. So got my water bottle now. Some good old-fashioned, great value, purified drinking water. So is this the purest stuff that you can add to your whiskey? Absolutely not. So I'm not a connoisseur. If I'm doing a disservice, let me know. Let me know what kind of water I need, and I'll add that. But we're just going to add a little bit here. I'm just going to kind of guess as to how much I should add based off how much is left in the glass. You know, a little splash there. Again, I don't know. I typically drink all of my whiskey neat, so I don't really know how much water to add, if I'm being honest with you. But we'll see how this does, and how it affects and what it does to the whiskey here. So doesn't really change the smell. Still maybe a little less on the barrel end. Still smells nice and sweet. But all right, let's give it a shot. Not sure if I'm a fan of that one. Definitely, I mean, there's no heat at all. I mean, I'm not getting any of that warmth. Now, it could be because I've already had some on a neat pour, so this is like, hey, what are you doing to me? But not warming me up at all, and a lot of that sweetness went away, so it literally just, it's just tastes like I'm chewing on an oak barrel, is really all I'm getting with the drops of water pour. I mean, it's not, again, not terrible. It's just not my favorite. You know, I like that sweet quality with that higher proof. So again, not terrible, but definitely not my favorite way to have that. I definitely preferred it neat. A little bit more of that sweetness came out when it was a neat pour. So I'm not even gonna take another sip of that one because I'm not super impressed with some water added. Let's go ahead though, and let's get it on the rocks and see how she drinks. Okay, so let's get some ice here. I got these sweet ice molds. It was a 2-pack for $10 on Amazon. So couldn't really go wrong, honestly. So I filled some of them more than others. I've actually never taken an ice cube out of one of these before, so let's see how this goes. Oh, that's not bad actually. It's fairly easy. Cool. Not the clearest cube on the planet, but fits perfectly in the glass. Not bad. Cool. So yeah, Amazon. I have no link. I have no referral. Just Google ice molds, and it's a 2-pack. It's a nice soft rubber, but it's like stiff enough to where it doesn't like bend when you fill it with water too much. So, and it's got a little lid, makes it nice and easy to freeze. So check that out. Again, I got no kickback from that. It's an awesome product. So, all right, Yellowstone. Love that sound. On the rocks. I'm pouring just a tiny little bit. On the rocks is absolutely not one of my favorite ways to drink whiskey. I think whiskey should be drank neat. Personally, that's my take. You drink your whiskey that you pay for however you like it. But I personally like it neat. That's where you get the full flavor, the full effect, personally. So if I'm gonna drink something on the rocks, typically it is a flavored whiskey. I don't typically do a lot of flavored whiskey. It's more of like I have a sweet tooth, but I'm also open to those suggestions. So I do love that sound. It is a nice sound, I can tell you that. Okay, so I don't smell anything, like nothing. I just like smell cold. Is that a way? Can you smell cold? And maybe like grass. It honestly smells like grass to me, like cold grass, cold dry grass. Okay, bottoms up. Okay, so that one was better than with water added, which is weird because it's going to be watered down with the ice in there. But maybe the cold, I don't know what it is, but the sweetness came back. I mean, obviously no heat whatsoever because it's on the rocks, a little bit more watered down, but the sweetness came back, which I like. So I prefer, again, the neat with the proof and the sweet, but this definitely on the rocks beat adding just some water to me for sure. So let me try a second nip. Yeah, still pretty oaky. I mean, there's a lot of that barrel in there. I mean, it's like it's what I would imagine if you peeled one of the staves off of one of those new oak barrels that they have, and you just kind of gnaw on it for a minute. That's kind of what I feel like it would be, but it's sweeter with this to me. So yeah, so definitely I number one choice, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying not to be biased, but I typically drink my whiskey neat. So take my whiskey neat. No, I'm not trying out for American Idol, but neat for sure. My first choice, because you get a bit more of that proof, and the sweetness comes out a little bit more. On the rocks actually is my second choice, and then with a little bit of water would be choice number 3. So again, bought this at Safeway. So to me, that's if I can find it at Safeway, that's going to be readily available. $36.99. For me personally, unless you like that oaky forward flavor note, I don't think I would buy this one again, personally. I'm really glad I tried it, but I would like more of the other flavors to come out. That caramel, you know, the pit fruit, whatever you want to call it, or stone fruit. I'd like those flavors to be a little bit more forward. The oak hits you pretty hard. So if that's what you prefer, I think that this Yellowstone would be a great buy, especially for $36.99. It drinks really well. A little lower on the proof, so I think it's a little more accessible for those that don't like that heat. But personally, it's not going to be something that I'm going to pick up again. But for somebody that likes that oak forward flavor and doesn't want a lot of that heat and a lot of that warmth, I think it would be a great option. So Let me know in the comments if you guys can find this whiskey, if it's as readily available here as it, or where you're at as it is here. Again, I live in Washington, and for $36.99, is that a good buy compared to what you guys have seen? So also like, comment, subscribe. I would love your guys' suggestions. Let me know what else I should try. Got some more whiskeys that I haven't opened. I actually picked up a few today. So ones that I haven't tried. And so I'm going to be making some videos on those. But yeah, Yellowstone Select Bourbon Whiskey 93 proof. For the average guy, I would probably pass. But I still think a great price if you like that oak forward flavor. So thank you guys so much. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want me to try next. I appreciate you guys tuning in, taking your time with me, and we'll see you on another day. My coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me.